Sent from Disneyland, history in our hand. So much to say about yesterday and the decades we have spanned. Postcards from the park, this journey will embark. See what has changed and what remains on Sent from Disneyland. Sent from Disneyland.
Welcome to the Sent from Disneyland podcast.
Here age relives fond memories of the past.
If it's your first time joining us, welcome. On this podcast, we'll take a journey into the past and explore Disneyland, Disneyland history, and more, with mementos, snapshots, souvenirs, and postcards sent from Disneyland from 1955 to the present. Let's start by thanking my patrons from patreon.com. You can join in at any level to support the show and receive snail mail from my trips to Disneyland and from my desk, plus some sneak peeks and bonus content. Special thanks to Random Olive, the first patron to this podcast, and to the rest of the e-ticket patrons, Tania, Eric Daniels, Monica Seitz Vega, Scott Cagle, Russ Romano, Michael and Christina Cross, Angela Reynolds, Greg Gorley, and Sheila Harry. C-ticket patrons Serious Inquiries Only, Debbie Weinstein, Jennifer Schneep, Grace Coate, and Ben and Noel Bruning, B-ticket patron Joshua Bell, and to the A-ticket patrons Elise Sharp, Zealot Infinity, Alexis Robles, Angel DeBlock, Daps Magic, and the Beyond the Railroad podcast. I am your host, your post-host Clocky, and today we have 2 postcards sent from Disneyland. The front of our first postcard has the Disneyland Band playing on the carousel in Fantasyland. In the background, if you look closely, you can see a ticket booth. On the back it reads, "Knights of the Magic Kingdom ride King Arthur's lively prancing chargers to a calliope tune around Fantasyland's carousel. Each colorful steed was individually hand-carved and painted by master craftsmen for the largest merry-go-round of its type in the world." It's postmarked September 5th, 1969, with a Fullerton, always use a zip code, cancel, and a 6-cent Franklin Delano Roosevelt postage stamp, Scott number 1305. I assume they visit the park on Thursday, September 4th, 1969, when park hours were from 9 a.m. to midnight. The weather was a high of 85 and a low of 61. It's addressed to Miss Sharon Spade of Martinez, California. It reads, "After all these years, I've finally seen it. The teacups practically knocked me out. I went on all the rides, including the Haunted Mansion. My aunt's house is between Knott's Berry Farm and Disneyland. The first wildlife I saw was a black widow spider on a ranch where we were herding cattle, but quickly we deprived it of life. I've been swimming in huge waves. John." Looking again into the people behind the Disney Parks book, I came across Ray Van De Warker. Ray was born on August 1st, 1936, in Allen, Nebraska. When he was young, his family moved to Orange County, where he spent his formative years. Ray went to high school at Anaheim High with Bob Penfield. Reading through Bob's book, The Last Original Disneylander, he mentioned that they were both on the football team and became good friends. Then, at the end of their senior year, in June of 1955, they headed to the Disneyland hiring office to get summer jobs. They chose ride operator over ticket taker because the pay was 10 cents higher. Looking at an article in the Los Angeles Times, Ray slept at Disneyland the night before it opened, mentioning that the Chicken of the Sea pirate ship had not been painted, and after he slept for 2 or 3 hours, he woke up to see the whole ship completed. He was meant to work the Peter Pan attraction, but ended up working the carousel on opening day. Ray also mentioned that before the teacups had clutches and brakes to prevent the teacups from going too fast, ride operators would see which guests could go the fastest for the longest before getting sick, as mentioned in the postcard for this segment. Later, Ray would be known as Catfish Jones, a name he used during a 1958 Mickey Mouse Club episode where the Mouseketeers raced keelboats around the rivers of America. Add some flair to your mail by checking out stamps at Enfield Post. You can explore different stamp options on our Etsy site, grab some great deals by following EP Sunday Sales on Instagram, or create something special and have her design a stamp array for your invitation or celebration. You can head over to EnfieldPost.com and explore all the different vintage postage stamps you can use on your next card or letter. That's ENFIELDPOST on Instagram and EnfieldPost.com for your wedding and vintage postage needs. Enfield Post is the official postage stamp sponsor of the Sent from Disneyland podcast. The front of our next postcard has the Mark Twain docked on the rivers of America. To the right, you can see guests walking past the Golden Horseshoe, and if you look closely on the left, you can see one of the canoes. On the back it reads, Mark Twain, Frontierland. Guests cruise down the rivers of America aboard a stern-wheeler steamboat for a glimpse of Mark Twain's America in Disneyland's Frontierland. It's postmarked June 17, 1966, with an Anaheim cancel and a 4-cent Lincoln postage stamp, Scott number 1036. I assume they visited the park on Wednesday, June 15, 1966, and Thursday, June 16, 1966, when park hours were from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. both days. The weather was a high of 73 and a low of 63 on Wednesday, and a high of 76 and a low of 62 on Thursday. Park attendance for those days were 25,881 on Wednesday and 25,590 on Thursday. It's addressed to Mrs. John Shane of Watana, Minnesota. It reads, Greetings from Caliph. I've been in Disneyland 2 days now. Remember this boat trip? Going out to dinner with Esther and Vernon, sitting under a hairdryer now. Only time I get to write a card. Children keep us going every minute. Love, Franny. Ray is probably most famous for organizing the first cast member canoe race around the rivers of America. In 1963, the first race was the Jungle Cruise skippers versus the canoe cast members. The skippers didn't stand a chance against the canoe cast members who worked at the attraction every day and could power a canoe full of guests. Ray worked all over the park on every attraction except the monorail and the Disneyland Railroad, and in different departments like merchandise, food, and security. In 1996, after 41 years, he retired as the department manager in the Key Control Security Division. Ray is part of Club 55, having started working at the park on opening day and was the second to last original cast member to retire. When he retired, there was a party thrown for him at the Disneyland Hotel with over 100 friends and co-workers, plus Aladdin's Oasis was closed for the night for a private party in his honor for employees to come by and bid him farewell. Ray passed away 20 years after his retirement at the age of 79 on April 22, 2016 in Utah. His window on Main Street was added in 1996 and reads, Ragin' Ray's River Rafting Expeditions. Experience guide since '55. Ray Van De Warker. Owner, guide. It's located just above the Mad Hatter on Main Street. My incoming postcard is sponsored by the Art Throwdown. Art Throwdown, or ATD, is a craft hour on Instagram starting at 9 p.m. Eastern or 6 Pacific. Art Throwdown is a wonderful community of artists who love to share their craft, from creating sticker postcards and coloring techniques to intricate paper cutting and unique crafting. It's always a treat to watch a show and occasionally get some one-of-a-kind postcards from the group. Each host brings something a little different to each show. I'll list some of the regular hosts, or you can follow Russ Romano 2021 on Instagram. The front of my incoming postcard has Mickey Mouse in a green jacket and red pants, shocked at finding a place called the White Mouse, which looks like a pub that was established in 1758. Above him is a speech bubble saying, Here it is finally. It's postmarked April 24th, 2026, with a Canadian cancel and a 43-cent Canadian flag postage stamp and a 46-cent Lord Strathcona Horse Royal Canadian postage stamp and a Terry Mosier Bear and Beaver hockey postage stamp. It reads, Happy Postcrossing, Yusuf and Sadie. Yes, you may use this story on your podcast. Hi there. I don't have any Disney postcards, but our 10-and-a-half-year-old granddaughter helped me create this postcard for you. We love all the Disney characters, but our favorite is Mickey. About 30 years ago, I was at Walt Disney World in Orlando with my ex-wife and our 2-year-old daughter. At the time, I was collecting prepaid phone cards. The man in line in front of us was speaking Spanish, and I asked him where he was from. He gave me a card, Venezuela. Thank you so much for your postcard, Yusuf and Sadie. And thanks for the wonderful story. I didn't realize how big of a collection someone could make with prepaid phone cards. Although it shouldn't surprise me with my collection of postcards sent from Disneyland or other collections I've seen, like bread clips, or ones that I've seen and supported, like Titanic Fan 97's collection of Titanic on VHS, or another collection of security envelopes and their patterns. I love seeing niche collections that people have. Sometimes I wonder if my collection will ever have a postcard sent from Disneyland for every month, week, or even day Disneyland has been open for the first 30 years, which spans most of my collection. Also, thanks for the wonderful international Disney stamps on the back of the postcard, including the Minnie and 4 calling birds making a telephone call, Pluto the Racer from Gambia, and the Mongolia Sorcerer's Apprentice stamp. I did a quick search of the image on the postcard and saw that it might be from a European Mickey Mouse comic. Thanks for listening to Sent from Disneyland. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and tell your friends. It would also help to leave a 5-star rating and comment on whatever podcast platform you use. If you'd like to support the show financially, please check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/sentfromdisneyland. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Sent from Disneyland or my website, sentfromdisneyland.com. For questions and comments, send me a postcard addressed to Sent from Disneyland, P.O. Box 44, Hood, California, 95639. This podcast is not affiliated with Disney, the United States Postal Service, or any post office or Disney-related properties. Opinions expressed on this podcast belong to the host and guests of the Sent from Disneyland podcast. This podcast is produced and edited by Clocky McDowell, website designed by Misty McDowell, theme song was written and performed by Noah Sunday Lefkowitz. Take it away, Noah.